Alright, so we're going to look at 6.1 and just look at the first part of it today. So we're going to be solving linear systems by graphing. And our objective is that you'll be able to verify solutions of systems of linear equations. And this falls under these two standards dealing with systems. And so let's first talk about what is a system. So a system of linear equations consists of two or more linear equations that have the same variables. And so a solution of a system of linear equations with two variables is a what? Well, think about what could happen to this. Well, it would be an ordered pair because we're looking at points on the graph. And so again, the solution of a system with two variables is an ordered pair that satisfies all of the equations of the system. Now, pay attention to this here. There are 5 methods that we will discuss as we go through math on being able to solve systems. The first is the one we're going to work on today and tomorrow, and that is by graphing. The second method, which is what we'll do Friday and the last Monday, and that will be substitution. Our third method that we'll discuss will be elimination. And that will be what we will discuss in this course. Now, have we had extra time? Or maybe when we discuss it in intermediate next year, we could talk about matrices, and that is the fourth method. And the final method is one that if you were to go on and take college calculus, you would learn about Cramer's rule. And it is a method of, again, solving complex systems. Can it be used to solve a two-variable system that we're going to look at this week? Sure, but it's more designed to deal with large number of variables, large number of equations. All right, so what we're going to look at first is in example 1. We want to be able to check the solution of a system. Now, think about when we were checking with what we did in chapter 5, right? When we did an ordered pair, we would check to see if it was a solution or not. Well, we take the ordered pair and we plug it in, right? But we're not going to plug it into one equation. We have to check that it works for both. And so we've got to do this twice. And so I'm going to plug in the 2 for x and the 3 for y. So I get 3. Is that equal to 3 times 2 minus 3? Well, 3 times 2 is 6. And 6 minus 3 is 3. So it checks for that one. But remember, it's got to work for both to be a solution to the system. And so we need to check the second equation. And so we're going to get 3. Is that equal to 1/2 times 2 plus 2? What's a half of 2? Well, a half of 2 is 1. So I get 3. Is that equal to 1 plus 2? And of course, 1 plus 2 is 3, so it checks there. So is 2, 3 the solution to this system? The answer is yes. 2, 3 is a solution to this system. Right? We haven't done any graphing yet, right? So all we've done is looked at ordered pairs and plugged them into an equation so far. Let's look at example B. Is negative 1, 5 the solution to this system? 3x plus y is equal to 2, and x plus 2y is equal to 8. Let's check and find out. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to plug this ordered pair into both equations. And so we're going to first do it for the top. And so I'm going to get 3 times the negative 1 plus 5. Is that equal to 2? Well, 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 plus the 5. And negative 3 plus 5 is 2, so that checks out. But remember, we have to check it for both. And so I'm going to get negative 1 plus 2 times the 5. Is that equal to 8? Well, 2 times 5 is 10. And negative 1 plus 10 is 9. So that does not work. It has to work for both to be a solution to the system. If it only works for one, that means it's a point on that individual line, but it's not a point on both lines. And so no, negative 1, 5 is not the solution to the system. Now, as we go through sections 2 and section 3, and even looking at graphing these two lines, we can find what the actual solution will be. But let's go ahead and look at a graph here. And this is going to be example 2. And like I said, this is going to be a short lesson today. So let's take a look at this system that's been graphed. So given the graph of y equals negative 2x plus 5, that is the red line. So this is our red line. And the 4x minus y is equal to 7 is our blue line. You haven't had to do any graphing here, but you will with the lesson tomorrow, okay? And so as we look at this system, when we're talking about finding the solution to the system, we're looking for where these two lines intersect. Where do these two lines intersect? Well, it's this point right here. Well, what's that ordered pair? It's 2, 1. And so what is the solution to this system? The solution is 2, 1. It would be whatever ordered pair that we find that these two lines intersect. And so you'll see that this is the end of the lesson for today. And so remember, you have two things that you need to be working on. The first is the Desmos activity. Remember that you need to go through each of the slides, answer the questions that are given, plot the points that it asks you to plot, do each of the slides. If you leave slides blank, you will lose points on this assignment. And the second is the Khan Academy exercise. It is 4 questions. Again, remember your goal is to get a 75%. And if you get that full 100%, I'll give you a bonus point on this assignment today. So there you have it. The office hours are 11 to 2 like always. The Google Meet will be open. Let me know if you need any help, and y'all have a great day.